How can Jesus give them the same glory that he had when this is the glory that belongs only to God? Gee, I've never heard that one. Is that the question?
Yeah, because in Isaiah,
I've never heard that one.
Verse 8,
Jesus is going to give them the same glory the Father gave Jesus. And how can that be? Because, that's the glory of God. You can't give it to a creature. It's all for Jesus, right? See, how do I know you're going to ask me that question?
I don't know.
Am I scaring you? You're like, man, this dude is a prophet. He can read my minds. Right?
You probably deal with it. That's
exactly. Because I've heard this question 50 million times. That's right. So here's the question. How could Jesus say, the glory you gave me, Father, I gave to them? I gave to them the glory you gave to me, when that's the glory that belongs to God alone. Well, very easy.
Yeah.
Who told you that there's only one type of glory that Jesus is referring to? Who told you there's only one kind of glory? Let me tell you that the glory that Jesus is giving them is not the glory that belongs to God alone. Let me prove that to you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go to John 17, verse 5.
John 17, verse 5.
Yes.
And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Was there any disciple dwelling with God the Father before the creation of the world, sharing in the same glory that the Father had before the world was created?
No creature.
So number one, Jesus shows you the kind of glory he shares with the Father is a glory that no creature shares with the Father. Because no creature, human creature, earthly creature, was there with the Father in the same glory before the world was created, right?
Yeah.
That's number one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now reread it one more time.
And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was.
Okay, so pay attention. This is the glory that Jesus had before the world was created, and the glory he shared with the Father. Now go to John 17, 24.
John 17, 24. Okay. Father, I will that they also whom thou hast given me be with me where I am, that they may behold my glory, which thou hast given me, for thou loved me before the foundation of the world.
Okay, reread it one more time. John 17, 24.
Father, I will that they also whom thou hast given me be with me where I am, that they may behold my glory, which thou hast given me, for thou lovest me before the foundation of the world.
Okay, are you seeing the connection with verse 5? He says, you loved me before the foundation of the world, and I want them to see the glory you gave me because you loved me before the foundation of the world. So this glory is the same glory that he mentioned in verse 5, right?
Yeah.
Right? Are you making the connection? Everyone else. Jesus says in John 17, 24, Father, I will that they also whom thou hast given me be with me where I am, that they may behold my glory, which thou hast given me, for you loved me before the foundation of the world. That directly ties in with John 17, 5. And now, Father, glorify me together with thine own self, with the glory I had with you before the world was. So you see, John 17, 24 and John 17, 5 is referring to the same glory that Jesus had with the Father before the world was created. And before the world was created, the Father was loving the Son, right?
Yes.
Okay, but you didn't read John 17, 24 carefully. Guys, pay attention so you can learn. John 17, 24, one more time, read it.
Father, I will that they also whom thou hast given me be with me where I am, that they may behold my glory, which thou hast given me, for thou lovest me before the foundation of the world.
Did you catch it? They will only behold the glory that Jesus had with the Father. They won't share in it.
Oh, okay.
See, now the light switch went on, right?
Yeah.
Now, Father, I want those that you've given me to be with me where I am, to see my glory, the glory you gave me. Notice they'll behold that glory, but they don't share in that glory.
Yeah.
Did you catch it?
Yes, they behold it. They don't possess it.
That's the glory Jesus had with the Father before the world was created, which the Father will then give back to the Son, because he loves the Son and has been loving the Son from before the world, which the disciples will see but not share in. Right?
Yes.
So then what is the glory that Jesus does give to the disciples, which is not the glory that only God possesses, which Jesus possesses because he is God, a glory that he possessed before the world was created with the Father? What is the glory he's talking about? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, now go to John 17:22 again.
Okay.
One more time.
And the glory which thou hast givest me, I have given them, that they may be one, even as we are one.
Okay, so to understand what glory Jesus is referring to, read from John 17, verse 18, but we're going to read 17 to 20. So read John 17, the verse is 18, but read 17 to 20. John 17, 17 to 20.
Sanctify them through my truth. Thy word is truth.
Thy word.
As
Thy word. Sanctify them through
word.
thy truth.
Yes,
thy word is
thy
truth.
word.
Yeah, go ahead.
As thou hast sent me into the world, even so I have also sent them into the world.
Pay attention. Like you sent me in the world, I'm going to send them into the world. Keep that in mind. So what is God, Jesus praying? Set them apart by your truth, so that now they will be ready to be sent out into the world by your truth. To do what? Keep reading.
And for these sakes I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth.
And 20?
Neither I pray for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word.
Okay, you make the connection with 18 and 20. Father, like you sent me apart and sent me into the world, I will send them in the world. To do what? I'm sending them into the world so that through their preaching, through the word they'll preach, many will believe on me. You catching that so far as I walk you through this?
Yeah.
So notice Jesus saying, like the Father sent me in the world to preach the gospel, to get people saved, I now will send them into the world to do the same, to do likewise, preach the gospel, and through their preaching, people will believe, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you know what glory Jesus is saying that he's giving them? The glory that he manifested on earth through his ministry of miracles. That's the glory.
Okay.
Let me show you. Go to John 14, read 12 to 14. The glory that he's giving them is the glory Jesus revealed on earth through his ministry of miracles, which now they will do.
You said John 14, verse
12 to 14. Read slowly. John 14, 12 to 14.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believes on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And whatever so ye shall ask in my name, that will I do.
So Jesus, when he goes to the Father, when Jesus goes to the Father, he will then empower them, when he's with the Father, to do greater miracles, meaning more miracles than he did. So, but who'll do it? Jesus, when he goes to the Father and they ask in his name. I will do what you ask in my name, right? Keep going.
Yes. It says, if ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it.
Read 13 again.
And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son.
Glorified. There's the glory.
Yeah.
Right? I will give them the glory you gave me, the glory that I manifested on earth by the ministry of miracles, which bore witness that the Father and the Son are one. And so now that glory of ministry, where the disciples will do miracles by the power of Jesus, which will then bring glory to the Father and Son through them. That's the glory he's giving them. Right?
Yes.
So let me show you that the glory that Jesus is giving them is the glory that he manifested on earth, which now they will manifest through the ministry they do, the ministry that Jesus began, but now will continue through them. Okay, now go to John 2:11. When Jesus turned water into the wine, the first miracle. John 2:11. What does that say?
This beginning of miracles did Jesus in Cana of Galilee, and manifested forth his glory, and his disciples believed on him.
Okay, wait, read it again. John 2:11, one more time.
This beginning of miracles did Jesus in Cana of Galilee, and manifested forth his glory, and his disciples believed on him.
So Jesus already had a glory on earth, right? Other than the glory that the Father gave back to him, right?
Yes.
So everyone's seeing there's different types of glories. Jesus already had a glory on earth, but the glory that he had with the Father, that he didn't have while he was on earth, he set it aside, and he got it back again when he went to the Father. Right?
Okay, well, so it's a different glory, basically.
You're now it's sinking? Well, what do you think?
Yeah.
Did Jesus not say in John 17:5, and now, Father, glorify me together with yourself with the glory I had with you before the world was? Meaning he didn't have it when he's on earth, right?
Yeah.
And then John 17:24, that's the glory that the disciples will see but will not share in, right?
Yes.
But wait, it says he already had a glory on earth.
That's a different glory.
Yeah. What glory did he have on earth? The glory of the miracles that he did, the physical miracles, was a type of glory that revealed who Jesus truly was. Right?
Yes.
Now go to John 11, verses 1 and 4. Again, this is now the miracle of Lazarus' resurrection. John 11, verses 1 and 4. Pay attention to verse 4.
Okay, now a certain man was sick named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha. It was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with. For her sister sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. When Jesus heard that, he said, this sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified
thereby.
Therapy.
Thereby.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
that, what?
thereby.
See? You said
thereby.
therapy, right? So you're saying I need therapy, huh?
Not the thereby.
Oh, therapy, huh? Hint, hint, Sam, you need
Not
therapy.
thereby.
Okay, anyway. What did Jesus say in verse 4? Read it one more time.
Verse 4, when Jesus heard that, he said, the sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby.
Did you see the miracle of Lazarus' resurrection is a glory that Jesus is manifesting on earth, right?
Yes, it's the miracles, right?
Okay, so did Jesus have a glory on earth?
Yeah, he had a glory on earth.
And that glory was connected to what?
The glory with the miracles.
And what is the glory that Jesus is going to give to the disciples?
The glory of the miracles that he's doing, so that
they're going to do
it. Behold it.
And how do we know? Because if you read from John 17:18 to 22, you're going to see, like you sent me into the world, I send them in the world. And all will believe through their words. So that's what he's talking about. That's the glory you gave me, I gave them to carry on that glorious work on earth. So by the power of the miracles, that will bring witness and confirmation that you, Father, and I are one. Right?
Yes.
Now, John 11, same chapter, verses 11 and 14.
11, 14, okay.
We're almost done.
These things said he and the Father, that he saith unto them, our friend Lazarus sleepeth, but I go that I may awaken him out of sleep. Then said his disciples, Lord, if he sleep, he shall do well.
See, just like you and me are slow in getting stuff, they were slow too, right?
Yeah.
See, so you're in good company. The disciples are slow, like you're slow and I'm slow. So see, it's okay, right? See, Jesus saying he's asleep. So, okay, he's asleep. He'll wake up. Why are we going to travel 2 days to go wake him up? Come on. What? Now, if it was me, and they said that to me after saying that, I'd be looking at one of the rocks. And one of those rocks, I would have to name Timmy. Timmy, You're my Timmy. But anyway, go ahead, read it. Keep reading. So then what did Jesus say?
Okay. How about Jesus speak of his death, but they that thought that he had spoken of taking of rest and sleep. Then Jesus said unto them plainly, Lazarus is dead.
Yeah. I'm about to die by the time you finish this verse, because it takes like 5 hours. I'm about to die too, bro, and it ain't gonna be sleeping. Keep going, dude. I said all the way to 14. You know I'm about to die in your hands, right? And the problem is you can't resurrect me.
And wait, I just read 14.
Okay, then read it again, because the way you're reading, I don't know where you're at anymore. You're killing me. Okay, read one more time. Read one more time, bro. We're both. You're killing me. I'm killing you. Again? Slow simmer, dude. Go ahead. Read 14 again.
Oh, 14. Then said Jesus unto them plainly, Lazarus is dead.
Okay, so he had to explain it because they were super slow, like you and me, right?
Yeah.
And then, but so there's hope. That means if they were slow, right, and yet still, yeah. Right, and yet still, by the grace of God, God transformed them and used them mightily. There's hope for you and me. But just do me a favor. Make sure by the time this is done, you don't kill me dead, because it ain't sleep. I'm not going to go to sleep. You're going to put me to death, because I don't think you can resurrect me. Now, with that said, read John 11:39. John 11:39.
Okay, Jesus said, take ye away the stone. Martha, the sister of him that was dead, saith unto him, Lord, by this time he stinketh, for he hath been dead 4 days.
Now look how slow she is. Jesus just said, your brother will rise. And what is she thinking? Oh, but his body is decomposing. His body is stinketh. It stinketh. We're going to puke. See? There's hope for you and me. She's slow too. She didn't get it, right?
Yeah.
Now read John 11:40. What's his answer?
Jesus says unto her, said I not unto thee that if thou wouldest believe those... wait, okay, I just lost it.
Yeah, it's okay, because you're laughing at me, because I'm just a clown in your town. That's why you stick around. All right, go ahead, read it again.
Jesus said unto her, said I not unto thee that if thou wouldest believe, thou shouldest see the glory of God.
Thou shouldest see the glory of God. Did you see the glory again?
Yeah.
Okay, are you connecting it? They saw the glory of God through the resurrection, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the point? Jesus gives the disciples one type of glory that Jesus manifested on earth, but there's another type of glory that Jesus shares with the Father before the world was created that's not given to any creature and not given to disciples. That glory that Jesus shared with the Father before the world was is a glory that the disciples will see but will not possess.
Okay.
Is it making sense now?
Yes.
Now I want you to walk away happy. You know, I want you to walk away happy.
Why?
Because you're not the only slow Christian that ever existed. The disciples were so slow. They go, hey, he's asleep. Well, hey, Lord, if he's asleep, why are we going to walk all these miles to go wake him up? His sister wake him up. Oh, my goodness. Are you serious? Lazarus is dead. Oh. Then Jesus tells Martha, your brother shall rise again. I'm the resurrection life. He who believes in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And he who believes and lives shall never die. Do you believe this? And she goes, yes, Lord. I believe you are the Christ, the Son of God, he who is to come into the world. That's John 11:23-27. They get to the stone, move the stone. Lord, he's been dead for days. He stinketh. If you move the stone, it's going to be putrid. And the smell, we're going to puke. She's going to puke. See, so there's hope for you and me, man. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you get your answer now?
Yeah.
All right, so I just want you to know, you stinketh. Okay? All right. Is everyone good? What happened? You went silent. What, are you
good.
still laughing? You're laughing so hard that you can't even say something?